OAS15 Episode 2 Podcast. I'm Belle right here, so we have two guests with us today. So let's introduce ourselves first.
Hi, I'm Xuan.
Hi, Jashan.
Hi, I'm Chloe here.
Hi, Chloe. So today
Hi.
we are doing podcast for college students, recent graduate, or anyone else figuring out that being an adult isn't as simple as is made out to be. So in today's episode, we are going to be discussing what this whole podcast is about: adulting, growing to be an adult. So we are going to be talking about a few of the things we have learned being an adult, the moment where we felt most like an adult. So the first thing is childhood and adulthood is so much difference, right? So how do you compare and contrast childhood and adulthood? So what do you think about that?
So for me, like during our childhood, we didn't need to have a care in the world when we were still kids. We didn't have to worry about finance, having cooked meal on the dinner table. All we need to do was just eating, sleeping, playing around, and learning. It was simple when we were a child.
Yeah.
Like if it hurts, we cry. Like if we are happy, then we laugh. They are very simple, and like everything was taken care of by us, for us. Like we didn't have to worry about anything. Our parents will take care of everything for us. But like when we grow up, when we become adult, we have to take care of things by our own self. We have to learn to care how to treat others. Like we have to confront our own feelings, and then we learn that the society is much complicated place, and we will fall down and learn many things also. And we also have to beware of dangers and that people who will bring no good but harm to us. Yeah, I think that's my opinion on childhood and adulthood.
Yeah.
For me, I would say the child me always has a pure mind, but now we cannot be pure anymore. Later we getting scammed by other or what. So because this
Not cannot be
society,
pure
we cannot be pure
compared to a
anymore.
child, right? Yeah.
Because this society is very complicated. So uh
So for what I think, like when we were being a child, we always tend to like obey our parents, listen to our parents, like being punished if we are not listening to them, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so our responsibility is just to study well, be a very good child, and just play around. But when it comes to being an adult, we will start treating everything like too seriously, and you can't feel carefree anymore, right? So sometimes
yes.
I'm happy, sometimes I'm not, but we still have to bear with it and let our feelings out and continue to do work in our life and being more independent in a way. So we have to get our things done by ourselves. So these are really the differences between childhood and adulthood. So move on, like what is your responsibility when you have to carry when you are going to adulthood? Like how how you're being responsible as an adult.
So for me, one of the responsibility that need to be carried is we have to take care of ourselves, like, and to pay more attention to self-care.
Yeah, that's the most important.
For example, no matter how stressed you are, don't say yes to drugs. And no matter how tough you are going through for your financial problems, don't say yes to gamble. And please do not simply end your life. Because
Yeah.
self-care is very important for an adult, so that we won't get lost along our way to a bright future. So also feel free to visit our Instagram account for any self-care tips if you
Yeah,
want.
we'll help you in a way. You can
Yeah,
just voice out to us.
Yes.
that's all from me.
Yeah, good try, good try.
So Like when we grow up to become an adult, we have to be responsible for our own words and actions. No one will be there to hold responsible for like what we say or what we do. We are held responsible for whatever we sign up for. And parents won't be there for us as much as we were kids when we get into trouble. So,
Mhm.
and other responsibilities we have to carry is we have to answer to our life obligation. We have to graduate from college, we have to find employment, do our house chores and upkeeps, pay for the bills, living expenses, and etc.
Yeah.
You have to like know how to control your. You have to know how to learn our allowance wisely and not just spend it all at once and then ask for parents for more money because that's not how things work anymore for us. Yeah, that's all from me.
Yeah. So, like Jasha and Chloe said, the first thing is really you have to take care of yourself first, and then you only can take care of the others. That's basically the most important. And you have to like be more responsible and just start to treat things seriously. Like I said, you have to make your own decision in a way, and your life is yours and not others, right?
Yeah, other people won't doesn't even care if you fall down or
Yeah, people won't care for you except yourself. So in a way, you have to really be responsible to yourself.
and take good care of yourself.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
All right, so move on. We have some question from our followers from Instagram. And do follow us on Instagram. Our username is OAS15 underscore confession. You can ask any question about the topic itself on Instagram, and we will discuss them during the podcast weekly. So the first question is, when did you start to feel like you are an adult? Like, what is it that makes people grown up to be an adult? Like, what do you think about that?
For me, I start to feel like I'm an adult during when I first entered to college. It was the first week of orientation at my college. I
Mm-hmm.
literally did not know anyone there, and it was like some distance from my house, and I was alone as soon as I was dropped off at the college by my parents. I was all alone, and I'm not familiar with the building, not knowing the way to my hostel or the way to any other places. Like I'm not familiar with anywhere.
Yeah.
And then most of the people, like some of them came with their friends, but not me. I just came alone, and I realized at that time that I had no one to rely on. I have to do everything by myself. At first, I was like really worried, and but day by day, I got better in doing things and taking care of things by myself. And I realized that I'm no longer a child to be taken care of. I have the ability to like think and take good care of myself. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's when I feel like an adult.
Yeah, same with me. I'm also coming to this college alone from my hometown. But for me, it's by the time of my age between like 19 and now. That's when I started, graduated from high school. I'm entering college, and actually in my age of 19, I start doing part-time work while studying.
Mm.
After that, if my both parents are working out, I have to take up the responsibility to take care of my little sister, fetch her from school in the evening. I have to prepare dinner. So after that, I also started going out to buy grocery or any house essential alone. That time is when I felt like I was actually growing to be an adult. Like I'm not relying on my parents anymore. So at first, I'm quite afraid to be alone in a crowded place, actually. But when you know that you really have to do this alone, at that time, I really felt like I'm really growing up. I'm an adult and I actually can do this by myself. I don't need help from anyone else. That's the moment I felt like I am becoming an adult. I am taking the responsibility to take care of me, myself, of course, and also my family, and also contributed to my family. For me, being an adult is just a moment of realizing you are responsible and you start to take care of others and also solve things at your own way. So that's really what makes me the person I am today. But still, I'm grateful for that. Yeah. So how about you, Jashan? So what do you think? Like, what makes you suddenly grow up to be an adult from the age of 18, from when you're a teenager, and then you have gone through the teenager stages, and now you are in an adulthood.
I would say I have the same experience with you guys. So I
Yeah.
started to feel myself as an adult also during my college time, because that was the first time for me to leave my house at Johor, and I stay alone at KL.
Oh.
So yeah, at that time I had no one to rely on. Also, I had to do my own laundry. No one would wake me up for classes, and I have to prepare the meal. Everything was on my own, and yeah, so I have to go for grocery shopping very often also. So to be honest, one of the specifically moment that I feel like I have finally become an adult is, it might sound weird, but it was when I started to enjoy grocery shopping. I
Alone,
was
right? Alone,
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Going
I
for
know,
grocery alone. Yeah.
yeah, it might
But
sound
actually, we
weird,
are relying on our parents during our childhood,
yes,
right? Going with them. But now we are just
Yeah.
alone. But actually, it's quite a journey of enjoying going for grocery and taking time buying stuff for yourself. Yeah,
yes,
And
it's a
then you
way to grow
compare
up.
the prices.
Yeah.
yes,
But
and then
sometimes you will feel alone, but actually, it's also kind of growing up, the process of growing up.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we will start to save the money for the things that we need rather than for the
Yeah.
things that we like. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Just
that's
buy what we need,
the
but not we like.
yes.
Yeah.
Move on. Another question is from our follower is, do you enjoy your adult life? So for me, yes, I do enjoy my adult life. I find myself growing up to be a kind of I think better person, I think, and I'm grateful for what I have now. But I'm still in the process of learning and planning off my own future. Although my future is kind of like blurry, but it's kind of satisfying seeing myself getting done every each of the tasks in my life. And it's a good thing to make mistake now because at least you have tried it. That's how we improve ourselves by those little tiny bit of mistake. So, Chloe, what do you think? You enjoy your adult life compared to your childhood?
Actually, to me, yeah, I'm enjoying my adult life,
Yeah.
but sometimes it just doesn't seem real that I am already a grown up. Like I felt like it's not too different from a few years back. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
kind of different.
yeah. And then you can go wherever you want, do whatever you feel like doing. But
Uh,
while I
Freedom.
enjoy growing
Enjoy
up,
the freedom.
yeah, enjoy the freedom,
Right now.
but also have many responsibilities we have to deal lah.
Mm-hmm.
And mm,
Mm. Yeah. Every stages we did enjoy, but the kind of feeling is different. We enjoy our childhood by just playing around, but when you
yeah,
come to an adult, we kind of enjoy the process of it. Like growing from a teenager to an adult, and you start learning things by bit to bit, like caring your feelings of other, and you have contributed to your family, you have studied well for yourself and for the future. That's
Yeah,
how
like
the
mm,
yeah,
yeah, like we gain experience from everything we do. Like we have like
yeah,
no knowledge on growing up, but we
yeah,
go step by step like that.
yeah. How about you, Jiashen? Do you
Mm,
enjoy your adult life?
I would say half lah.
Half
So one
half
of
ah.
the yeah, one of the good things for being an adult is the freedom I'm having right now.
Mm-hmm,
I
agree.
can, drive to anywhere I want. I can travel with my friends, and my
Yeah,
parents won't feel worried for me.
Yeah.
So that's the things I enjoy a lot. But for the part of adult life that I hate is I have to think a lot and I have to deal with all kinds of stress. Um, for example, even though I'm still in my first year of degree, but I will started to feel very insecure for the future. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
can I get into a good company? Can I
Mm.
even get a job? I don't want to be ended up selling computer science chicken rice. but I'll
Chicken
say,
rice.
but I'll say that's what everyone will experience, especially at my age. So I would say that I'm not fully enjoying my adult life, but I'm still be thankful for what I had gone through until now. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because we are now like actually we are just the start of our adult life. Like we are
Yeah.
20 this year, right? So
Yeah.
we still have a long way to go. So for sure we'll worry about our future. But for now, we actually um how to say that we are really contributing to our future. Like we are study well today so we can be more easier to our future, so we can find a good job. That's what we are very worried about for now. But we still enjoy lah, right? But not being say that enjoy is being happy all the day.
Yeah.
So move on to our last question, which is the third question. Have you faced any challenges or failure during your adulting?
Mm. So one of the challenges I faced is the loneliness. I would say, like
Yeah.
at the time I was at KL. I had no friend, and I have to eat alone and stuff. So, but I've overcome it lah.
Yeah,
So
that's good. Yeah, because we are actually coming to this uni alone, so we can't avoid that because everyone has their own life. So
yeah,
yeah,
for failure, I would say I didn't face any failure for now,
for now, yeah.
and
You
I
can
wish
say like challenges, but not
yeah,
failure, right? But challenges.
yes, I wish I don't have also for the future me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's all for me.
That's all for you.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
So for me, uh, one of the challenges like I have to get out of my comfort zone, and like when I was a child, I don't need to care about impressing other people or like get along with other people. I just do what I think is right and mix around with people like that.
Yeah, you
I
just mix around with people you are comfortable with. Like
yeah, like
yeah,
like
like if you don't know anyone else, how do you say that? Okay, move on.
so like but when I grew up, I realized, like especially when I was doing in college lah, I realized there are things we need to do even though we are not comfortable with it lah. We have to socialize with everyone and try to be open with everyone. And then you have to learn. I think that's it lah.
Yeah. So for me, I also have like challenges. For now, is I start to get worried of my future. Like I just said before, like I don't know, not sure if I can do this well, and for the future, I'm not quite sure what I'll become as a person. And also, this is the time I am still started to accept myself that I am no longer a child. Although I am no longer a child at my age, but I still have to protect the inner child in me, right? You know that, right? The inner child.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind you have to be matured at the things we've done, but we also have to protect the inner child of yourself. So yeah, failure are also like not sure at the stages right now.
Yeah, we are still early.
Yeah, early stage
Still
of
young
adult.
adult.
Yeah. So I guess these are all the things that we want to discuss today. So I'll end this podcast today. Stay tuned to our next podcast and do follow our Instagram and ask us any question about the topic itself. So thank you for coming to this podcast, our two guests, Joshua
thank you.
and Chloe.
Yeah.
Thank you. So stay tuned to our next podcast. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.